Hello, friends. Good afternoon. Hi, this is Alok Ojha. Good afternoon, Harsh. Good afternoon, Lokesh, Pranay, Che. Good afternoon, Bhargav ji, Kanchana. Good afternoon. Hi, Sundar, Ashish, Dhanush. Everyone, good afternoon. Every one of you, good afternoon, guys. So, Bhuvnesh, Saurabh, everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Am I audible and visible properly? Somebody please ping me so that I can begin with today's session. Ram Karan, Saurabh, everyone, good afternoon. Yes, audible and visible? Okay. Let's go ahead with the session today. Last time we had studied about Aryan invasion theory. We had studied about Rig Veda. Okay. Now, today we are going to study about Samved and also tell you beautiful and interesting stories, particularly in the Mahajanpads. So today's session, we have to go a bit faster and we'll try and cover many more things. Apart from this, I'll give a break at 3:20 or something, a short break of 5 to 10 minutes. Again, after that, we'll continue till 4:45. Got it, guys? Now, Roshan Singh ji, like the last class notes PDF are not available. Okay. Do not worry. I have given the PDF already to the team. If it is not available, it will get they will be available to you soon. Apart from this, on the Telegram channel also, I'll be posting up the notes and certain important questions. Okay. Now let's move ahead. We had seen about Aryan invasion theory. We had seen Rig Veda. Now let's speak about Samved. Okay. Just pay attention carefully. Only note down those things which I'm going to tell you. Okay. Only note down that things. Okay. Hamam, I'll be telling you the Telegram channel. Harsh, I'll be telling the Telegram channel very soon. Okay. So please do not worry about this. Just listen to me patiently. Only note down those things which I'm telling you. I'll be giving the PDF. Many question or many aspirants had the question, sir, is it necessary to read the other sources or other material? There is no necessity of reading any other thing. Just watch the video patiently. Note down the things that I'm telling you and continuously keep on revising the concept. That's it. Okay. Now let's see. Atul, you have a question. Why the people of Indus Valley civilization were called as Meluha? In fact, Amish Tripathi's novel is there, Meluha. Okay. Meluha, it was a name given by the Mesopotamians. Correct? Like I'll give you a small example. I had given you that the cotton that was being exported was referred as Sindon. Similarly, Meluha was the name given to Indus Valley civilization by other civilizations, particularly the Mesopotamian one. Okay, Atulji? Now let's move on with another important Ved, Samved. We had seen about Rig Veda. Now let's talk about Samved. In very simple words, if you try to break these words into two parts, Sam plus Ved. Sam has been derived from the word music, and Ved means Vidya or knowledge. The origin of Indian music can be traced back to Samved. And there's a very popular musical instrument referred as Veena. And the musical instrument Veena finds for the first time mention in Samved. Okay? Like, I'll tell you one important terminology that has been asked in the examination. And that terminology is referred as stome. So what is stome? Let's understand. I'll give you a very, very small example. Suppose you are performing a puja at your home. Okay? And you have called few priests to perform that puja. Now these priests, suppose there are 7 to 8 priests who have come at your home to perform the puja. Now when these priests will start pronouncing the mantras, what will happen? Initially the mantra is what we say chanted in a low pitch. Then the pitch becomes high. And finally what happens? The chief priest among all the priests, he recites the few stanzas. So very simple words, low pitch, high pitch, and the repetition of the mantra or recitation of a mantra by a chief priest. So this is the process for the recitation of the mantra, how the mantra should be chanted. So in very simple words, stome is nothing but process for recitation of mantra. And this finds mention in Samved. Clear? Very simple words. Origin of Indian music can be traced back to Samved. How the mantra should be chanted, that process is called as Tom, and it is mentioned in Samved. Apart from this, as I've talked about the Brahmanas, like Aitreya and Kaushtaki Brahman were associated with Rig Ved. Similarly, there are few Brahmanas which are associated with Samved. Panchavish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, Tandemaha, and Talvakar. Okay? Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, Talvakar, and Tandemaha. So these are the Brahmans. So what is Brahman? We had studied. Brahmans are the text that explain that particular Veda. So Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, these are the text which explain Samved. Hope the point is clear. Again, I'll repeat within next 10 seconds and I'll make you right. The origin of Indian music can be traced back to Samved. First thing. Okay? Second, the musical instrument Veena finds mention in Samved. Third important thing, the process for recitation of mantra is called as Tom, and it finds mention in Samved. And then finally comes what? The Brahmanas associated with Samved. Got the points clear? Now note down very fast. Yes. Shantanu, Brahmanas here mean the text. Very simple words. Perfect, Shantanu. Samved. Origin of Indian music can be traced back to Samved. Please note down fast, guys, okay? Because we have to cover a lot today. The origin of Indian music can be traced back to Samved. Veena, a musical instrument, finds mention in Samved. Stom is process for recitation of the mantra. And note down Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, Talvakar, and Tandemaha are the Brahmans or the text associated with Samved. Okay? You just have to remember what I'm teaching. That's it. Nothing else to study more. Let's move on to the new Ved, Yajurved. Okay? Now, I'll tell you what is the meaning of the word Yajur. Dhanush, your question is what is the meaning of the word Samved? Sam means music and Ved means Vidya. Okay? Chitriyan, the last point. Yes, the last point was the Brahmanas associated with Samved. Panchvish, Sadvish, Jaiminya, Talvakar, and Tandemaha. Got it? Now listen to me very carefully. The word Yajurved has been derived from the word Yajus. Listen to me. I'll make you write everything, but the concepts needs to be very clear. Yajus. And the word Yajus has been derived from the word Yagna. Okay? Now, I'll give you a very small example which is available in different Purans. There's a story. Once upon a time, Raja Dashrath, you might have heard about him. Raja Dashrath, precisely son of Maryada Purushottam Ram. He performed one yagya. And that yagya was called as Ashwamedh Yagna. While performing the Ashwamedh Yagna, he called the saints and sages from different, parts of North India. But there was one Rishi who was not being invited. His name was Uddalak Rishi. Okay, just listen to the story. His name was Uddalak Rishi. So Uddalak Rishi was sitting under a tree and he saw that there were many saints and sages. They were moving in a particular direction and they were going to a particular place. So he stopped one of the saints and asked him, "Where are you going?" So he said that Raja Dashrath has performed a very huge Ashwamedh Yagya and he has invited every one of us to be the part of that Yagna. So, okay. So he also accompanied, although he was not being invited. Now, before the initiation of the Yagna, Uddalak Rishi stopped the Yagna and said to Raja Dashrath that before the Yagya begins, I want to ask 2 to 3 questions. Immediately, Raja Dashrath saw him and said, "I'm really sorry, Honorable Saint, but in that case, I forgot to invite you. I did not had any intention to humiliate you or insult you." So he said, "Okay, carry on, whatever question you have." So he asked the first question, what is the soul of the Yagna? Second question that he asked, what is the crux of the Yagna? And third question he asked, what is the face of the Yagna? Soul of the Yagna, face of the Yagna, and crux of the Yagna. So Raja Dashrath was very confident enough. There are so many saints and sages. Anybody can answer that. Because this assembly is full of people who are full of knowledge and wisdom. Nobody could answer. Finally, Uddalak Rishi himself gave the answer. The soul of the Yagna is Swaha. You might have heard the word Swaha immediately after performing the Yagna. Second, the face of the Yagna is Agni. And finally, the crux of the entire Yagna is charity. So here, the most important aspect, the word Yajur has been derived from the Yajus. And Yajus means Yagna. Yajurved is divided into 2 parts, Shukla Yajurved and Krishna Yajurved. Now, Krishna Yajurved is called as Black Yajurved and Shukla Yajurved is called as White Yajurved. As simple as that. Okay? Now, there are different yagya that have been mentioned. Ashwamedh Yagna, Rajasuya Yagna. Now, what is Ashwamedh Yagna? I'll give you a very small example. I'll go into the Gupta period. You might have heard about one of the rulers of Gupta Empire whose name was Samudragupta, the most powerful ruler. In fact, Samudragupta was called as Napoleon of India. He had performed Ashwamedh Yagna and it is said that every ruler had accepted his suzerainty. So Ashwamedh Yagya is performed usually to establish one's superiority over other rulers. So Yajurved mentions about different yagnas. Ashwamedh Yagna, Rajasuya Yagna, Vajpeya Yagna. I'll give you a small example about Rajasuya Yagna. You might have seen the movie Bahubali 2, correct? In that you might have seen that this person, Bhallal Dev, he is being coronated as the king. And the process in which Bhallal Dev is coronated as the king, it is called as Rajasuya Yagna. So Yajurved mentions about different yagnas. And the Brahmanas associated with Yajurved are Taittiriya, Maitrayani, and Satapat Brahmana. So you need to remember only 2 to 3 important things. That's it. First thing, that is the word Yajur has been derived from the word Yajus. Yajus means Yagna. Okay? Yajurved is divided into 2 parts, Shukla Yajurved and Krishna Yajurved. Shukla is white, Krishna is black. Okay? Apart from this, Yajurved mentions about different yagnas. And the last point, Taittiriya, Maitrayani, and Satapat are the Brahman associated with Yajurved. Among them, Satapat Brahman has been asked in the examination. Got it? Is there any doubt? Hope so the point is clear. Please note down very fast. Yajurved. Just note down in this manner. Yajur, Yajus, Yagna. Yajur, Yajus, Yagna. Yajurved is divided into 2 parts. Shukla and Krishna. Shukla Yajurved is called as White Yajurved. On the other hand, Krishna Yajurved is called as Black Yajurved. Mahajanpat chapter is next. Lot many interesting stories and everything. Okay? Next, Taittiriya, Maitrayani, and Satapat are the Brahman associated with Yajurved. Taittiriya, Maitrayani and Satpath are the Brahman associated with Yajurved. Clear? Let's move ahead. Bhuvnesh, you have a question. Indus Valley people moved towards south, still they followed Vedic Aryan. See, okay. My friends, precisely Bhuvnesh, you have a question that although the natives of India before the Aryan invasion migrated towards southern part of India, still they practice Vedic culture. What is the reason behind that? As I have told you, first of all, there were many people who came from Central Asia and got settled in the northern part of India. So there was intermingling of cultures between northern part of India and precisely the natives of India. So the natives of India, they moved towards southern part of India. But since there was intermingling of culture, they still took different cultures of, or what we say, Vedic Aryan to southern part of India. Okay? Hope the point is clear, Bhuvnesh. Yes, Deepak, the third text of the Veda is Satpath. Yes, guys, is it clear? JVR, the last class PDF, I guess it should be uploaded on the app. But even if it is not uploaded in the app, do not worry. In the end of the class, I'll be telling you the Telegram channel where the entire class would be uploaded. So you can directly download from there. Okay? So please do not worry about this. Now let's speak about Atharva Ved very fast. My friends, many Vedic scholars do not consider Atharva Ved as a Ved. Why? Because they believe that Atharva Ved is a book on black magic. So many Vedic scholars believe in something called as Veda Trayi. Veda Trayi basically means there are only 3 Vedas. Rig Ved, Sam Ved and Yajur Ved. Okay? But still there are 4 Vedas. And that 4th one is Atharva Ved. Atharva Ved was being composed by 2 rishis. One was Atharvan Rishi and second was Angira Rishi. So the question arises in the mind of every aspirant. So why don't this Ved is called as Atharva Angira Ved? My friends, more than 70 to 80% of the shlokas, mantras and the verses of the Ved were written by Atharvan Rishi. Hence, this Ved is called as Atharva Veda. Okay? So, Atharva Ved was composed by 2 rishis, Atharvan and Angira Rishi. Majority of the verses, majority of the shlokas were written by Atharvan Rishi. Hence, this Ved is called as Atharva Veda. Okay? First thing. Atharva Ved totally is divided into 20 books. Apart from this, many historians say that, or many Vedic scholars believe that Atharva Ved is a book on black magic. Okay? But this is not the complete truth. There are many diseases and their cure that are mentioned in Atharva Ved. Many diseases and its cure. Okay? Apart from this, I'll give you a very small example. There is one Upanishad which is called as Mundaka Upanishad. Listen to me very carefully. There is one Upanishad which is called as Mundaka Upanishad. And Mundaka Upanishad is derived from Atharva Ved. Very important fact I'm telling you guys. In Mundaka Upanishad, our national motto has been mentioned. Satyameva Jayate Nanritam. Very simple words. Truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. So I'll repeat the point again. There is a Upanishad called as Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad is derived from Atharva Ved. And in Mundaka Upanishad, Satyameva Jayate Nanritam is given, which means truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. This is our national motto. And finally, the text or the Brahman associated with Atharva Ved is Gopath Brahman, again asked in the examination. Okay? So I'll repeat the points again. Totally, there are 4 Vedas, but many Vedic scholars do not consider them. But still we will, from the perspective of history, we will understand that there are 4 Vedas, okay? Fourth one is Atharva Ved, composed by 2 rishis. Maximum number of verses were composed by Atharvan Rishi. Hence it is called as Atharva Ved. Atharva Ved is divided into 20 books. There is one Upanishad which is derived from Atharva Ved, which is called as Mundaka Upanishad. And in Mundaka Upanishad, there is our national motto given, which is Satyameva Jayate Nanritam. Truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. And the text associated with Atharva Ved is Gopat. Clear? Let's write fast. Pavan, you have a question. Which month exam will be conducted? Since the form are being filled till 10th of August, I guess exam might be conducted around the end of September. It's a guess that I'm taking. Okay? Now please note down Atharva Ved, composed by Atharvan Rishi, divided into 20 books. Gopat are the Brahmanas associated with Atharva Ved. Okay? Mundaka Upanishad is derived from Atharva Ved. Which mentions Satyameva Jayate. Truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. No, Pankaj, Ayurveda is not a part of Atharva Ved. You cannot say that. Ayurveda is a part of Rig Ved. It's an Upaved, okay? Certain aspects, certain snippets have been taken from Atharva Ved, but it is not derived from Atharva Ved. Okay, Pankaj ji? Yes. Our national motto, Satyameva Jayate, has been derived from Mundaka Upanishad, which means truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. Clear? Tush, do not worry. I'll explain the Upanishads. Do not worry. Deepak, in the PPT, that point is mentioned in the wrong manner. Yes, fire was not discovered in what we say Paleolithic. It was discovered in Mesolithic. I had explained in the video. Okay, Deepak? Directly understand what are Aranyakas. Just listen to me very, very carefully. Direct question, what are Aranyakas? Now listen to me very carefully, and you just need to remember one thing. What is Aranyaka? Nothing else. But listen to me. As per Upanishad, there are 4 stages of life. First stage is Brahmacharya. A very small example. Right now, maximum number of you who are listening to the session right now, more than 150, 200, correct? Every one of you are going through that stage, maximum. So what is Brahmacharya? Brahmacharya basically here means your duty is to acquire knowledge. Second stage is Grihasthashram. So what is Grihasthashram? In Grihasthashram, after getting married, the person performs his worldly duties. Then comes third ashram, Vanaprastha ashram. In a Vanaprastha ashram, when a person realizes that he has fulfilled all his worldly responsibility, he starts moving towards jungles. And when he moves towards jungles, he starts meditating in jungle. After meditating, whatever knowledge he has acquired, he has written down certain books. So during the ancient time, the Rishi Munis, they used to move to the region of the forest. They used to move to the jungles. They used to perform the activities of penance. Penance basically means tapasya. And whatever knowledge that they have acquired, they will write the books. And these books are called as Aranyakas. Aranya, it's a Sanskrit word which means forest. So the books that were written down in the forest are called as Aranyakas. So Aranyakas are nothing but forest books. Very simple words that you have to remember. Okay? So I'll tell you again, there are different stages or ashrams of life. First one is brahmacharya, where one's prime responsibility is to acquire knowledge. Second, grihastha. A person gets married and if performs his all worldly duties. After he realizes that he has performed all his worldly duties, he starts moving towards the jungle and start meditating. Now, while meditating, whatever knowledge that he has acquired, he will write down in the form of books. These books are called as aranyakas, simple words, forest books, because the word aranya is a Sanskrit word which means forest. Clear? So please note down, what are aranyakas? Aranyakas are forest books in simple words. Yes, Deepak. See, there are many brahmanas, there are many texts, but I have mentioned only the important ones. So, Gopat is the most important one concerned with Atharva Veda. Yes, Kaba, Vedas are as per different rishis, correct? So, please note down, what are Aranyakas? Aranyakas are forest books. Upanishad. Okay? Pay attention carefully. I'll explain you things. Okay. I'll explain you 4 Upanishads. And in the end, I'll tell you one important fact. Only these 4 Upanishads you have to remember. I'll tell you 5 Upanishads. Okay, guys? Just remember the concepts. That's it. Pay attention carefully. I have mentioned 5 Upanishads here. Jabal, Brihadaranyaka, Chandayog, Katha and Mundaka. Listen to me very carefully. Upanishad. Try to break these words into 2 parts. Up plus Sad. Up means nearby. Sad means sit. Sitting near the Guru's feet to gain knowledge. That is Upanishad. Totally, there are 108 Upanishad. 108 Upanishad. Among them, the most important are 11. Okay? Totally, there are 108 Upanishads. Among them, 11 are the most important ones. Now, let's understand about few Upanishads. Like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad and second, Chandayog Upanishad. Both are the oldest Upanishad. Both are the oldest Upanishad. Okay? Now, this is a bit of philosophy. Now, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it mentions about the karma doctrine. Okay, I'll give you a very small example. I'll tell you a very short story of 30 seconds. Many a times you might be feeling, like I'll give you a very small example. Many a times you might be feeling while seeing the people around you, like I am doing good work, I am studying hard. Okay, in that case, I'm completely focused towards my work, but still I'm not getting the success. And there are many around me who are getting success and are more successful. So Brihadaranyaka Upanishad explains the concept of karma doctrine. And what is karma here? I'll give you a very small example about this. There was one Gurukul, and in that Gurukul, there were 2 students who were studying. They acquired the knowledge from the same Guru. So one who acquired the knowledge from the Guru, he did the hard work. Okay, he lived a simple life. And he used to chant the name of the God. On the other hand, there was the other person. He was a son of a zamindar. He used to spend money recklessly. He always disrespected the other people. So once upon a time, the hardworking person, he was going through the road, and that person, he was drunk enough. He came here and started teasing him. What did you get by working hard? See myself. See me. I'm so rich. I'm so successful. This person now got angry and he was going further. When he was going further, the good one, there was a thorn that prick in his leg. The other person who was drunk, he got a bag full of wealth. So this person, he got very frustrated and goes back to the guru and says, you have taught me to follow good ethics, good virtues, and I'm doing that, but still I'm not successful. Guru said something, there is something called as your past karmas. Once that past karma is destroyed, in that case, you will start getting the fruits of what you have done presently. So in simple words, karma doctrine, it is mentioned in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. That's it you have to remember. Second, Chanda Yoga Upanishad, it mentions about ahimsa. I'll give you a second example. As soon as the word ahimsa, it comes into picture, the first thing that crops up our mind is Mahatma Gandhi. Correct? In Hindi, we call him as ahimsa ke pujari. Correct? But what is ahimsa? I'll ask you, what is hinsa? 90% of the people will answer hinsa basically means what? Fighting with other people, physical violence. My friends, there are three kinds of hinsa. Violence in thoughts, violence in words, violence in deeds. Violence in thoughts. I'll give you a very small example. Suppose you are studying. Okay? Now somebody enters your room and tells you, what will you get by doing this? There are many people of your age who are working, they're earning good amount of money. What are you doing? Now your entire mood gets disturbed and you are very angry on that person. The energy that you have to channelize on your work, now you are venting your anger on that person. Violence in thoughts. Violence in words, speaking in abusive language to anyone, speaking in slang language to anyone. It's again a violence. Third, physical violence. So one should stay away from all these kinds of violence. So ahimsa was mentioned for the first time in Chanda Yoga Upanishad. So the concept of karma doctrine in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the concept of ahimsa in Chanda Yoga Upanishad, and both of them are the oldest Upanishad. Two Upanishads, hope clear? Third. Now we have seen about the Mundaka Upanishad. Just now, our national motto Satyameva Jayate, it is derived from Mundaka Upanishad. Okay? Katha Upanishad. Now, there is a 13-year-old boy whose name is Nachiket. And Nachiket has many curious questions. So he meets Yam. Yam means god of death. So there is a dialogue between Yam, that is god of death, and Nachiket. And this dialogue between both of them is mentioned in Katha Upanishad. And Jabal Upanishad, I have told you there are 4 stages of life. Brahmacharya, where's one responsibility is to acquire knowledge. Second, Grihastha. Third, Vanaprastha. And fourth, Sannyas Ashram. So these 4 ashrams or these 4 stages of life are mentioned in Jabal Upanishad. So these are the 5 important Upanishad that you have to remember. So Upanishad basically means sitting near Guru's feet to gain knowledge. Brihadaranyaka and Chanda Yoga are the oldest Upanishad. Dialogue between 13-year-old boy Nachiket and Yam is mentioned in Katha Upanishad. Our national motto, Mundaka Upanishad, very important one. Please remember this. Do star mark in front of Mundaka Upanishad. And finally comes Jabal Upanishad. Jabal means 4 stages of life. In the medieval period, although he was a Muslim, but still he had learned many Sanskrit scriptures. And his name was Dara Shikoh. Dara Shikoh was son of Shah Jahan and brother of Aurangzeb. So it is said that Dara Shikoh had translated more than 50 Upanishads into Persian language. Okay? So please note down important things. Deepak, Katha Upanishad, it's a dialogue. It's a dialogue between whom? A 13-year-old boy, Nachiket, and Yam, god of death. Clear, guys? Please keep the session interactive. Answer in the comment section. Is it clear? Yes, please. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Mahima, everyone. Ram Karan, Prarthana, Deepak. Yes. Jatin, everyone. Very good, very good. Pratap, you want me to... Acha, Mundaka Upanishad, Sanjay. Sanjay, Mundaka Upanishad, there our national motto is mentioned. Our national motto is Satyamev Jayate. Satyamev Jayate basically means what? Truth alone triumphs and not the falsehood. So it finds mention in Mundaka Upanishad. Clear? Yes, Jyoti, do not worry. You will get the notes. You'll get the PDF of everything and just listen what I'm saying. Do not need to worry about excess thing that you have to read. Okay. Please note down fast, guys. Upanishad, write like this, Up plus Sad. Up means nearby. Sad means sit. Write like this, Up plus Sad. Amisha, the last ashram is Sannyas ashram. Up, nearby, Sad, sit. Totally there are 108 Upanishad. Write fast, guys, please. Totally there are 108 Upanishad. Among them, 11 are the most important one. Brihad Aranyaka and Chand Yog are the oldest Upanishad. See, Jyoti, hence I'm mentioning the points. You have a question, Jyoti, like, is it not covered in the notes? See, everything is mentioned in the notes. The things that are not mentioned in the notes, hence I'm making you write these things. Clear, Jyoti? So, Brihadaranyaka and Chand Yoga Upanishad are the oldest one. Concept of karma doctrine is mentioned in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Concept of ahimsa is mentioned in Chand Yoga Upanishad. Dialogue between 13-year-old boy Nachiket and Yam, god of death, finds mention in Katha Upanishad. Yes, Param, yes, correct. Brihadaranyaka was also part of Aranyaka and it is also a separate Upanishad. Okay, Param? Our national motto finds mentioned in Mundaka Upanishad. 4 ashrams or stages of life. Okay, Katha, Shivani, listen to me. Dialogue between 13-year-old boy Nachiket and Yam, god of death, finds mention in Katha Upanishad. Abhijit, the name of the boy was Nachiket. Our national motto, Satyameva Jayate. Mundaka Upanishad. 4 ashrams of life. You're welcome, Abhijit. 4 ashrams of life. Jabal Upanishad. And last point, Dara Shikoh translated more than 50 Upanishads into Persian language. Dara Shikoh translated more than 50 Upanishads into Persian language. Clear? Yes, Deepak. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, very simple words. The concept of karma doctrine, it finds mention in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, first thing. And Brihadaranyaka Upanishad is considered as one of the oldest Upanishad. Am I clear, Deepak? Now let's speak about Vedang. Listen to me very carefully. This chapter is full of terminology. All the terminologies are very, very important from the exam perspective. Okay. Yes, Nikita, you have a question. Name of the 4 stages of life. Yes, you can write down the name of the 4 stages of life. First one is Brahmacharya. Second, Grihasthashram. Third, Vanaprastha. Fourth, Sannyasashram. Hope, Nikita, it's clear. Now let's understand about Vedang. Try to break this word into 2 parts. Ved, Ang. Ang basically means body parts or limbs. And Ved is Vidya. So if Ved is the structure of the body, it's the backbone of the body. Vedang are the different body parts. They are limb of Vedas. So there are 6 limb of Vedas. Siksha, Vyakran, Nirukt, Chand, Jyotish and Kalp. You have to remember compulsorily the name of 6. Pay attention, I'll explain all of them. Siksha and Vyakran both are correlated to each other. Okay? How? It is always suggested that if you do not know the particular mantra, okay, do not recite that mantra. I'll give you a very small example. My friends, many of you who are listening right now, your myth will get clear. Have you heard about one thing? That Gayatri mantra, which is mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Ved, it is not chanted loudly. Gayatri mantra is only given by the Guru. It is always said in the Shastras that if you do not know the correct pronunciation of the mantra, do not chant the mantra. Do not chant them. First thing. Okay. Because in that case, if you do not know the correct pronunciation behind that, there can be a negative impact on that. Correct? So Siksha and Vyakran both are correlated to each other. What is Siksha? Correct pronunciation of the mantra. But how will you pronounce a mantra correctly? When you know the correct grammar. So Siksha is correct pronunciation and Vyakaran is correct grammar. The first book on Sanskrit grammar was Ashtadhyayi. Asht means 8. Dhyayi means chapter. So it is composed of 8 chapters. And the first book on Sanskrit grammar, Ashtadhyayi, was written by Panini. He was a graduate of Takshila University. Okay? So Siksha. Siksha basically means what? Siksha basically means correct pronunciation of the mantra. Second comes Vyakaran. Vyakaran basically means there can be correct pronunciation of the mantra only when you know the correct grammar. So the first book on what we say grammar was Ashtadhyayi. It was written by Panini, graduate of Takshila University. Third, Nirukt. Small example. Nirukta basically means origin of the mantra. Correct? Like, I'll give you a very small example. A very small example. I'm not going to go into much of technical aspect about this. Like many a time in the mantras, you might have heard the word Aim. You might have heard the word Kleem. Correct? So what does that mean? That actually signifies the origin of the deity. It is called as a Bij mantra. So very simple words. What happened? Very simple words. Nirukta means origin of the mantra. Chand. Chand means breaking the shlok into different parts. Very simple example, Hanuman Chalisa. Breaking into 40 parts. Chalis, 40. Hanuman Ashtak, 8 parts. Correct? So, Siksha means correct pronunciation. I am repeating. Listen to me patiently. Siksha means correct pronunciation. Vyakaran, correct grammar. Nirukta, origin of the mantra. Chand, breaking the mantras into different parts. The most favorite topic these days, as soon as you open YouTube, correct? I won't name any app here, okay? As soon as you open this app, as soon as you open Spotify, as soon as you open Instagram, there is a pop-up of one of the apps related to Jyotish. And personally, I'm very irritated by that app. Okay. So I won't name that app. Many of you are asking me, sir, what is the name of the app? So I won't name the app. Okay. But the point here is everyone these days are quite interested in knowing about what will happen in future. Isn't that so? So in that case, Jyotish here means there is impact of different planet on individual's life. And the first Jyotish at that time was Brighu, the first astrologer. Okay. And finally comes Kalp. Kalp means what rituals have to be performed. Okay. You just need to remember these 6 things. I'll also give you a few examples so that you can understand the concepts in easier manner. You don't need to remember this, what I'm writing on the board right now, because it's just a part of explanation. Kalp. Kalp means ritual. I'll give you an example. There is one text called as Griha Sutras. And in that text, it is mentioned that every individual who is born, he has to go through 16 process. And this 16 process in Hinduism is referred as Sola Sanskar. You might have heard about this, Sola Sanskar. So, Sola Sanskar. So in that case, there are few sanskar. I'll give you a very small example. A very small example. Like the first, when the baby boy is born, that sanskar is called as Jatak Karma. After his birth on the 11th or the 12th day, the boy is given the name Namkaran. After 1 year or so, what happens? The hair of the boy or the child is cut, Chuda Karma. After some time, what happens? When the boy grows approximately 2 to 3 years, his ears are pierced, and that is called as Karna Bhed. Then the boy is, after this, he goes to what? Gurukul to gain knowledge. Before going to the Gurukul, there is one process in what we say Brahmanism, which is called as Yagyopavit. Have you heard about this? Yagyopavit? In simple language, Janev Sanskar, sacred thread ceremony. Isn't that so? So he goes to Gurukul. He acquires knowledge from the Guru. After acquiring knowledge from the Guru, he comes back to home. After coming, the process of coming back to home is called as Samavartan. Okay? Samavartan. And in that case, the same process, like after this, he gets married. The same process is repeated for his child. And finally comes Antyesti, death. So every individual has to go through these 16 processes, referred as Sola Sanskar. And these 16 processes are mentioned in Kalp. So these are nothing but Vedang, Siksha, correct pronunciation, Vyakran, the correct grammar, Nirukt, etymology or origin of the mantra, very true, Harsh. Okay. Chand, breaking the mantra into different parts, Jyotish, effect of planetary movement on individual life, and Kalp, important rituals. Hope so the point is clear. Deepak, Panini and Ashtadhyayi, I'll tell you. Deepak, you have a question. What is Panini? What is Ashtadhyayi? See, Vyakaran means grammar. And the first book on Sanskrit grammar was Ashtadhyayi. Got it? Who wrote Ashtadhyayi? Ashtadhyayi was written by Panini. Is it clear, Deepak? Okay, guys. So please note down fast. Write Vedang. And write in front of Vedang, Ved plus Ang. Ved plus Ang. Vedang are called as limb of Vedas. Vedang are called as limb of Vedas. First, Siksha. Arrow, right? Siksha, in front of that arrow, one statement. Correct pronunciation of the mantra. Deepak, Vedang means limb of Vedas. Ankit, you don't need to remember the name of 16 Sanskar or the 16 Sanskar. No need. Okay? Vyakaran, correct grammar. Yes, Deepak, Panchang is a part of Jyotish. Vyakaran means correct grammar. And in right there, Ashtadhyayi is a first book on Sanskrit grammar. Ashtadhyayi is a first book on Sanskrit grammar written by Panini. Nirukta means origin of the mantra or etymology. Nirukta means origin of the mantra or etymology. Chand. Chand means Vedic metrics. Very simple words, breaking the mantra into different part, right? Vedic metrics. Jyotish, Vedic astrology. And Kalp, rituals. Sanjay, Siksha means, what we say? Correct pronunciation. Kalp means rituals. Okay. Now, please listen to me very carefully. I'll go for the comparison of the society, and after comparison of the society, I'll tell you what terminologies needs to be remembered. I have mentioned all the terminologies here. Okay. But apart from this, there are few terminologies that you have to remember compulsorily. I'll tell you and I'll make you note it down. Now listen to me very carefully. I will tell you about the society during the Vedic period. Okay. Joel, Nirukta basically means etymology. Etymology basically means where did the mantra originate from? Is it clear, Joel? Second, Priyanshu, you have a question? What we say, Jyotish. Jyotish basically means Vedic astrology. Like what is the impact of different planet on an individual's life? That is Vedic astrology. Hope so, Priyanshu, it's clear. Joel, did you get your answer? Nirukta basically means etymology, that is origin of the mantra. Okay. Now before I speak about the key terminologies, now let me tell you one thing about the early Vedic society and later Vedic society. Let me go for a comparison. Just listen to me very carefully. Very carefully. Early Vedic period, it extends roughly from 1500 to 1000 BC. And later Vedic period, it extends from 1000 to 600 BC. So how was the society between early Vedic period and later Vedic period? Let's have a look. In early Vedic period, sati system was not present. Okay. Now what is sati system? Sati system basically means, suppose whenever a lady's husband dies, she is completely dependent on her in-laws and she had to live a very miserable life. Or she has to sit on the funeral pyre of her husband and die along with her husband. That system was called a sati system. So sati system was not prevalent in early Vedic period. Child marriage was not prevalent. In fact, it is said that women were given very high status. How? At that time, there were different village assemblies. Like Sabha and Samiti. Okay. Sabha, it was the assembly of village elders. Okay. Both men and women participated in that assembly. Elderly women of the village. And Samiti, it was in a general assembly of the village. Everyone participated in that. So this simply highlights one thing. Women were an active participant in decision-making process. So, simple words, women were participants in Sabha and Samiti. Apart from this, there are examples of few women poetess. Okay? Like I'll give you a small example. Apala, Vishwavara, Lopamudra. They were the famous women poetess of early Vedic period. In fact, Lopamudra, she was the wife of Agastya Rishi. Caste system or Varna system was there, but it was not rigidly followed. Like, what is the role of a Brahmin? To teach. What is the role of a Kshatriya? To protect the society. Vaishya, to carry on the trading activities in the society. Correct? So in that case, there was no strict division that if you're a Brahmin, you have to do this. If you're a Kshatriya, you have to do this. So it was prevalent, but not rigidly followed. So early Vedic society was very liberal. Forget about the society. What happened? If I speak about the political structure, there was a king, but king did not have full independence. In fact, king had to listen to the advice of Sabha and Samiti. Okay? Like the king was referred as Rajan. Rajan means king. But he was not completely independent. He had to listen to the advice of Sabha and Samiti. Apart from this, at that time, king did not follow policy of imperialism. What is imperialism? Expansionism. King did not extend his territories. Why? Because land was not the most important form of wealth. I'm speaking about early Vedic period. Okay. Land was not the important form of wealth. Then what was the most important form of wealth? Cattle. In fact, a person having many cows, okay, many animals, he was considered as the wealthiest person. A person who was having a lot of land, he was not the wealthiest person. Person having many cattle was the wealthiest person. And the person who was having many cattle was called as Gomat. Now let's come back to later Vedic period. What changes happened in the society? Sati system became prevalent. Child marriage became prevalent. Sabha and Samiti lost their importance. Caste system, it became very rigid. My friends, you will not believe that in the coming years, we will study Gupta age. Probably we will study Gupta age day after tomorrow. In Gupta age, you cannot believe that Gupta age is called as golden age of temple architecture. But the situation of the society at that time was very degrading, particularly for the women. Apart from this, in Gupta age, there was one more caste which is called as the caste of untouchables, and they were referred as Chandal. In fact, it is said that whenever they had to enter into a village, they had to carry a drum around their neck. Why? So that they can beat that drum. Because the people who are coming on the way, they will fall aside. Their shadow should not fall on them. That was the condition of the society during Gupta age. And the genesis is later Vedic period. So Sati system became prevalent. Child marriage became prevalent. Okay. Apart from this, what we say, caste system became more rigid. Sabha and Samiti lost their importance. Now, king started following the policy of expansionism. Cattle is not the most important form of wealth. Land is the most important form of wealth. And this gave birth to Mahajanpad. And northern part of India had 16 such Mahajanpad because every king was expanding his territory. Correct? The most powerful Mahajanpad was Magad, presently located in the region of Bihar. So here, society, there was a drastic change. Okay? Apart from this, there was discovery of iron in early Vedic period itself. Iron was called as Ayas. So please, did you understand this? Please note down the comparison of early Vedic society and later Vedic society. I have mentioned here, but still note down. Okay, early Vedic society, it extended from 1500 to 1000 BC. Yes, Akash, you have a question. What is Gomat? Gomat, as I've told you, during early Vedic period, land was not the most important form of wealth. Who was considered as a wealthy person? A person who has lot many cows, a person who has lot many cattle. He was the most wealthiest person. And that is called as Gomat. Okay? So please note down. Is it clear, Akash? Please note down fast. Yes, Tush. Difference between Sabha and Samiti. Sabha, it's the assembly of village elders. Not everyone. Only elderly people will be participated in that. Elderly people includes both men and women. And Samiti, it is the in general assembly. Everyone will participate in that. Not only the elderly one. Is it clear, Tush? Yes, please note down fast. Early Vedic society, 1500 to 1000 BC. Later Vedic society, 1000 to 600 BC. Sati system absent, Sati system present. Child marriage absent, child marriage present. Mahima, you can either write it BC or you can write BC. Here also you can write BC. There's no difference. Before Christ era, that's it. Same thing. Do not worry, Mahima, about this, okay? So, Sati absent, Sati present. Child marriage absent, child marriage present. Caste system not rigidly followed. Caste system rigidly followed. Bhuvnesh, imperialism. Imperialism means expanding the territories, okay? Sabha and Samiti has the importance. Here, Sabha Samiti lost the importance. Got it? Cattle was the most important form of wealth. Please note down, cattle was the most important form of wealth. And the wealthiest person was called as Gomat. Here, land was the most important form of wealth. Yes, Joel, I'll repeat. Early Vedic period, cattle was the most important form of wealth. And the wealthiest person was called as Gomat. Here, land was most important form of wealth. मोहित जी, हिंदी मीडियम का भी बैच है. आप आलोक लाइव कोड यूज करके आप हिंदी मीडियम के बैच को भी सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं. बट दिस इज कंप्लीटली इंग्लिश मीडियम. ओके, सो Mahajanpad, got it? This is majorly about the classification or difference between the early Vedic and later Vedic society. Okay. Ashirwad ji, you have just started right now. And in that case, approximately the class has been started 1 hour ago. So 6 to 7 pages that you have missed. Okay. Hamam, yes, you have a question. Please ask. Joel. Shall I repeat the comparison? Just a second. Early Vedic society, Sati was absent. Sati is present here. Child marriage was absent in early Vedic. It is present here. Caste system was present but not rigidly followed. Here it is rigidly followed. Sabha and Samiti, they had their importance. Here Sabha and Samiti lost their importance. Here king was not independent. Okay, because king did not follow the policy of imperialism. It means extending the territories. Here king conquered many territories and land became the most important form of wealth. Okay. Deepak, in later Vedic period, land was the most important form of wealth. So the wealthy person who had lot many, what we say, lands or landed property. One more thing, please note down. A person who was having a lot of land was called as Gahapati. Is it clear, Deepak? Gahapati. Deepak, Vedang is a different thing. Vedang is not the fourth part of the Veda. There are 4 Vedas, Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved and Athar Ved. Vedang, it's a different thing. Okay? Akash, listen to me. Like I have explained here, in early Vedic period, who was the wealthiest person? In early Vedic period, the wealthiest person was who was having lot many cattle. And he was referred as Gomat. And in the later Vedic period, specifically, who was the wealthiest person? Who had lot many lands. Correct? So the person who has lot many land is called as Gahapati. Is it clear, Akash? Mahajanpad, I'll be teaching. Don't worry, Rukmini. Mahajanpad basically means what? Mahajanpad means entire northern part of India. It became battleground for 16 important kingdoms. So Mahajanpad are the kingdoms. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Please let me know. Any question, any doubt, any query? Clear, guys? Tush. The basic unit of administration was village. Okay. Basic unit of administration was village. And the village was referred as Gram. So Gram was headed by Gramini. So that is Gramini, head of the village. Tush, hope you clear. Hammam. Sati. What is Sati? Sati basically means, what happens here? Suppose a lady's husband die. In that case, the lady is forced to sit on the funeral pyre of her husband, compulsorily. She also has to give her life along with her husband. Okay, that is Sati system. Hammam, is it clear now? Okay. Deepak, you have a question. 4 stages of life. First stage was Brahmacharya, second is Grihast, third is Vanaprasth, and fourth is Sannyas. So the third stage is Vanaprasth, where a person moves to the jungles and starts meditating. Clear, Deepak? Ankit, they were the Aryans. Okay? Priyanshu, there's no need of writing that key terminology. I'll tell you what to write down. Now, guys, in Vedic period, usually different examinations, particularly SSC CGL and IB, has a tendency to ask a question on terminologies directly. Okay? Sati tradition, specifically it started during later Vedic period, Hammam. Okay? So, these are the important terminologies that I have mentioned. But apart from this, there are different Sanskrit terminologies also that you have to remember, which is not mentioned here. Okay? So, yes, Bhuvnesh. Yes, Ankit, Vedic period is on specifically when the Aryans came in. So how do we come to know about the Aryans? We come to know about the Aryan from Vedas. So Vedic period started after the Aryans. Okay, Ankit? Now, Bhuvnesh, you have a question. How this drastic change in the society? Very simple thing. The major social change in the society depends on one thing, that is political change. Correct? Whenever there is a change in the political structure, automatically there would be change in the society. Similarly, as I have told you, initially the king was not independent. King had to follow the advice of Sabha and Samiti. But later on, king became independent. So here, the things became as per the whims and fancies of the king. So there was drastic change in the society. Hope so it is clear. So these are the terminologies that you have to remember. But apart from this, please listen to me what questions have been asked. During early Vedic period, please write along with me. I want you to write along with me. Okay? Yes, Pratap, early Vedic period to an extent was democratic. Now, during Vedic period, salt was called as Lavana. These are the terminologies that have been mentioned. Apart from this, extra terminologies I'm telling you. Salt was called as Lavana. Please write along with me. Akshat, Tandul, or Vrihi. It was nothing but rice. Yava, it was nothing but barley. All these terminologies are important, guys. Please note them down. Lavana was salt. Akshat, Tandul, or Vrihi, it was rice. Yava was barley. Godhum was wheat. Ikshu was sugarcane. Nishak was the gold coins. Nishak Greave were the gold ornaments. Please note it down along with me. Nishak Greave were the gold ornaments. Ayas, copper. Sham Ayas or Krishna Ayas, iron. Parushini. River Ravi, which is a tributary of river Indus, was referred as Parushini. Vipas. River Byas, which is again a tributary of Indus, was referred as Vipas. Yes, Kanchana, it is all about the Vedic period. Everything. Sindhu, river Indus. Sutudri, river Satluj. Askini, river Chenab. Askini, river Chenab. Okay. Grit means butter. Grit means butter. Shantanu, you have a question. Ankit, in PDF, it is not Ashwini, it is Askini. Hence, I have told you to mention the things. Yes, Akshat and Tandul were rice, Deepak. Kanchana, river Vipas is a river Byas. Shantanu, Ayas means copper. Shamayas means iron. See guys, I'll repeat the points again. Whoever might have missed them, please note them down. Lavan means salt. Akshat, Tandul or Vrihi. It means Akshat, Tandul or Vrihi means rice. Yava means barley. Godhum means wheat. Ikshu means sugarcane. Nishak, gold coins. Nishak, grieve, gold ornaments. Ayas, copper. Shyam Ayas or Krishna Ayas, iron. Ghrit, butter. Parushini, river Ravi. Sindhu, river Indus. Vipas, river Byas. Sutudri, river Satluj. Askini, river Chenab. And last one, Parshu, axe. Parshu, axe. Now the question arises, sir, how to remember these more than 50 terminologies in this chapter? How to remember them? My friends, I'll tell you one thing. Okay. At certain places, you can use mnemonics. But at certain places, what happens in that case? Like precisely when the questions from history go much deeper, here do one thing. At least one fact should be read more than 10 times. What will happen? Even though if you do not remember the fact, you will be able to eliminate that. Isn't that so? Many times what happens? Question is there, which among the following? And there are 4 options. So you cannot recollect the name of the option, but you can recollect one thing. Yes, this is not there. This is not there. So you can eliminate things. So the best part is at least revise these facts 7 to 8 times. You will remember them. But in that case, if you do not remember them, what will happen? At least you can eliminate the option. So it will help you out in elimination. Okay. Yes, Deepak, I'll tell. Do not worry. Deepak, do not worry. This is not the team's, what we say, PDF. This is my personal PDF. It might be as a part of autocorrect. Okay. So hence, whatever are the things that I'm telling, I'm what we say, narrating things, dictating things. Okay. Yes, I'll give a break. Do not worry. Please write 1 or 2 more terminologies that cropped up my mind right now. More than the spellings, my friends, go for the concepts. Okay. No issues, Deepak, no issues. Please note down 1 more terminology. Godhuli. Godhuli. Vedic terminology. Measurement of time. Godhuli, measurement of time. Go-jeet, winner of cows. Winner of cows. Go means go, cow. Jeet, win. Winner of cows. See, my friends, during Vedic period, cow was called as Aghanya. Aghanya basically means which cannot be killed. So Aghanya, cow in bracket, which cannot be killed. Yes, Ashirwad, perfect. Godhuli ki bela, evening. So Godhuli is measurement of time. Gojit is winner of cows. Aghanya basically means cow in simple words. Cow in a very simple language. Aghanya means winner, cow, and in bracket, which cannot be killed. Okay. So these are the important terminologies. Shall we go for a, before going for a break, now, shall I ask few questions for the next 2 minutes? Yes. Shivani, Gojit means winner of cows. Yes, Ankit, what doubt you have about early Vedic society and later Vedic society? Yes, please. Deepak, Parshu means axe. You might have heard the word Parshuram. Parshu means axe. You have 5 seconds to answer. Okay, guys? Yes, even after the break, I'll ask question. Don't worry about this. Aklanta, even I'll ask about that. Parshu means axe, Deepak. Okay. My first question, very fast you have to go. Okay. The wealthiest person during early Vedic period was called as. Fast. Very good. Answer is Gomat. Very good, every one of you. What a drastic speed. More than what I can see on my personal screen, there are more than 112 students who have answered within 3 seconds. Very good, very good. Dhanraj, it is not Mat, it is Gomat. Okay. Next, second important question. Nishak Grieve during Vedic period was. Fast. Gold ornaments. No, Ashish, it is not gold coins. It is gold ornaments. Sugarcane is not the right answer, Shivani. Very good. It's not gold coins, it's gold ornament. Nishak means gold coin. Nishak Grieve means gold ornaments. Approximately 72 students have given the correct answer. 63 students have given the wrong answer. It's gold ornaments. So hence, please do not get confused. Next question is simple words. Who wrote the book Ashtadhyayi, a book on grammar? Ashtadhyayi. Very good, very good. Every one of you have given the correct answer. Panini. Panini. Last two questions. Yes, last two question. 4 stages of life or 4 ashrams of life are mentioned in which Upanishad? Fast, fast. Yes, Jabal. Very good, very good. Jabal, Jabal, Jabal. Very good, very good, very good. Kalp is ritual, my friend. Iran. Next. Last question, and then we'll take a break of 5 to 7 minutes. Last question. Okay, simple words. Which Ved is divided into 2 parts? Shukla and Krishna. Which Ved? Very good, Pratibha. Pabitra, Pabitra, the first one to give the answer. Very good, everyone. Atharva Ved is not the answer, Param. Shantanu, it's not Atharva Ved. Yes, everyone is correct. Nagulan, it is not Atharva Ved. I had explained in depth and detail. Okay, everyone has given the correct answer. Guys, exactly, I'll give you a break of 5 to 7 minutes. Again, within 5 to 7 minutes, we'll reassemble and we'll start with another important chapter, Mahajanpad. Okay, take a break of 5 to 7 minutes. Yes, friends. Everyone in? Okay, guys. Bhuvnesh, Shushmita, Rahan, Harsh, Deepak. Okay, so now let's begin with Mahajanpad. Now, what is the trend that I have observed, particularly in the IB exam, that rather it be any of the Mahajanpad, usually questions crop up from three things, like where is the location of that Mahajanpad? In simple words, if that Mahajanpad was present, okay, so in that case, where it is located? What was the capital of that particular Mahajanpad? And the third thing is, what are the important specification or characteristic feature of that Mahajanpad? Okay. Usually these three kind of questions have cropped up in the IB examination. If there is a question from Mahajanpad. So today 16 Mahajanpad, guys, it is necessary to remember their location and their capital compulsorily. Okay. Apart from this, location and the capital is compulsory. Hello friends, am I audible and visible? Yes, somebody please ping me if I'm audible. Okay. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, Deepak, you had a question. Okay, thank you guys. Deepak, you had a question like, sir, the question in SSC and IB are same. The level of IB examination is a bit higher. I'm not saying much higher, but a bit higher in comparison to the SSC. Okay. So these things we will focus. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Out of 16 Mahajanpads, 9 to 10 are located in UP and Bihar. 9 to 10. Rest 5 to 6, I'll tell you where they are located and I'll tell you specifically the important things about them. Now, what is Mahajanpad? Okay. Maha, great. Jan, people. Pad, feet. Wherever the, what we say, foothold of a particular tribe fell, what happened? That became the great kingdom. Correct? Like, for example, Maha, great, Janpad. Janpad means foothold of a tribe. Wherever these tribes migrated and got settled at a particular place, it led to establishment of great kingdoms. And the entire northern part of India was precisely having 16 such great kingdom referred as Mahajanpad. Okay? 15 of them are located in northern part of India. Only one is located in Deccan. That is in Maharashtra. And that Mahajanpad is Asmak Mahajanpad. So have a pen and paper along with you, because here we are going to note down important things and I'll tell you what to note down about every Mahajanpad. Now let's start with the Mahajanpad Ang. Do not note down, just listen to me for the next 1 minute and I'll tell you what to note down. Ang Mahajanpad. Ang, it covers the region of Bihar and certain parts of West Bengal. The capital of Ang is Champa or Malini. Now, different historians have different opinion about the origin of the name Ang. Okay? Like, I'll tell you a short story. You do not need to remember any of the, what we say, characters. You just need to remember what I'll dictate. But just listen to the story. Okay. Now, as per the stories that is mentioned in different Puran, there was a Vedic king whose name was Sutap. And his wife's name or the queen's name was Sudeshna. Now Sutap and Sudeshna, they had many daughters, but they did not had a single son. So Sutap, the king, he was very worried. Who is going to take care of such a mighty empire after him? So what happened? There was a Rishi Muni who performed yajna for both of them, Sutap and Sudeshna. And after the yajna, consecutively, after every 1 to 2 years, Sudeshna, she gave birth to 5 sons. The first one was Ang, second Vang, third Kaling, fourth Simha, fifth Pundra. So I'll repeat, Sutap was a Vedic king. He had a wife named as Sudeshna. Now initially they did not had any son. Later on they were blessed with 5 sons, Ang, Vang, Kaling, Simha and Pundra. Since the eldest son was Ang, this kingdom came to be referred as Ang Mahajanpad. One story. Mahabharat narrates a very different story. As per Mahabharat, it is said that this kingdom belonged to Duryodhan. And Duryodhan gifted this kingdom to one of his good allies, one of his good friend, whose name was Karna. You might have heard that, Angaraj Karna. So later on it is said that as per Mahabharat, Karna ruled over the region of Ang. So different mythological scriptures have a different story about this. So just remember, Ang, specifically located in the region of Bihar and West Bengal, capital was Champa or Malini. Okay? In the coming years, just remember one thing. This is the additional information that I have given in the PPT. Just remember one thing. The traders of the Ang Mahajanpad, they had trading contacts with Thailand. And at that time, Thailand was referred as Suvarna Bhumi. Thailand and Burma were referred as Suvarna Bhumi. So the traders of the Ang Mahajanpad had trading contacts with whom? The traders of Suvarna Bhumi, Burma and Thailand. So just remember 3 things. Bihar and West Bengal, capital Champa or Malini. Apart from this, the traders had the trading contacts with Suvarna Bhumi. Okay? Please note down fast. Yes, Deepak, this is the same Ang. Note down fast. Ang, located in Bihar and West Bengal. Capital was Champa or Malini. Sutap was an important king. Just note down, Sutap was an important king. Traders of Ang Mahajanpad. Traders of Ang Mahajanpad had trading contacts with Suvarna Bhumi, Burma and Thailand. What's? Now listen to me, again a very interesting story. What's Mahajanpad? What's Mahajanpad? It is located in eastern part of UP. And eastern part of UP is called as Purvanchal. And it covers the region of specifically, presently, Prayagraj, that is Allahabad. You might have heard about this. And second, it covered certain parts of Mirzapur district. Very famous, a web series in this name, correct? So, what's Mahajanpad? It covers eastern part of UP. Apart from this, presently, eastern part of UP, majorly the parts of Prayagraj and Mirzapur. Just listen to me. Capital of this Mahajanpad was Kaushambi. And Kaushambi basically has been derived from the word Kausam. Kosam are the trees. So this place had lot many Kosam trees. Hence, this place came to be referred as Kaushambi. Okay, so the capital was Kaushambi. Now, the most important ruler of this Mahajanpad was Udayan. My friends, I have used the word Udayan, not Udayin. Udayan was the ruler of Vats Mahajanpad. Udayin was the ruler of, yes, Patliputra. So, there is a very beautiful story associated with Udayan. Okay, like Udayan, he was fond of playing music. Particularly, he was fond of playing any musical instrument, precisely Veena. And in fact, he played these musical instruments in such a fantastic manner that not only people were attracted towards him. Through his music, he could easily tame angry elephants. And in his army, there were many elephants, and he used to easily tame them. So what happened? Just besides the kingdom of what we say Vats, there was a small kingdom, a very small kingdom. And that small kingdom was being ruled by a person whose name was Mahasen. And Mahasen, he was very jealous of the ruler Udayan. So, why he was jealous? Because he was jealous of the fame of this person. So what happened? I'll give you a small example. Suppose this is the kingdom of Vats, and this is the kingdom of Mahasen. Okay? So in between these two kingdoms, there was a jungle. And this jungle was unclaimed by both of them. The soldiers of Vats used to come here and they used to rest here. The soldiers of Mahasen used to come here and rest here. Okay. So what happened? Mahasen, as I've told you, he was jealous of whom? He was jealous of this person. So Mahasen had a plan. And what plan he had? He is going to kidnap this, what we say, ruler Udayan. So what did he do? He made an elephant which was made up of metal. If anybody will see that elephant from far away, he will believe that it's actually the live elephant. Nobody can understand it, that it's a metallic elephant. So that elephant was left in the jungle. And the soldiers of Udayan or Vats were resting in the jungle. As soon as they saw that elephant, they immediately went back running to Udayan and said that we have seen such a beautiful and a graceful elephant in the jungle. Udayan comes along with his bodyguard and he sees the elephant from far away. He asks his bodyguard to leave and tells them, do not worry about me, I'm safe. I'll get this elephant into the, what we say, kingdom. This person alone, Udayan, goes near the elephant. And just near the belly of the elephant, there was a secret door which opened. And when the door got opened, there were few soldiers. They came out. As soon as they came out, what happened? They immediately kidnapped Udayan. And he was taken to Mahasen. He was kept in prison for many days. So one day, Mahasen asked him, what is the reason behind your popularity? He said, give me any musical instrument of your choice. Call all the people of your kingdom. And then I'll tell you the answer. Same thing was done. As soon as Udayan started playing the musical instrument, what happened? This King Mahasen fell on his feet. And now he understood that actually Udayan was not only known for his fame because of his music, but he was also a very good person. So Udayan, he was the ruler of Vats Mahajanpad. Udayan, he was follower of Lord Shiva, but later on he got converted into Buddhism. So just 2 to 3 things need to be remembered. Vats, located in eastern UP. Capital is Kaushambi. Most important ruler was Udayan. So please note down fast. Yes, Deepak. Indian version of Trojan horse story. Correct. Vats, please note down. Located in eastern UP. Bracket you can write Prayagraj and Mirzapur. Capital was Kaushambi. Udayan was the most important ruler. Udayan was the most important ruler. And the last point, initially he was follower of Shaivism, Later on, he became the follower of Buddhism. Another important Mahajanpad, just note down its location and capital. Everyone knows about this Kashi, correct? Like many historians believe that Kashi, it's not just city. In fact, there is an author referred as Mark Twain who writes about Kashi that Banaras is older than history. Much before the history, Banaras was prevalent. So Kashi, it is again located in eastern part of Uttar Pradesh. And the capital of Kashi is Varanasi. Varanasi, the name comes because of the two rivers, Varuna and Asi. Hence the name Varanasi. So just remember the points. Please note down Kashi. It is located in eastern UP. Capital is Varanasi, derived from two rivers, Varuna and Asi. Okay, Akash, the last, okay, huh. The last point of the Vats, Akash, you want me to repeat? The last point of the Vats was, Udayan was initially the follower of Shaivism. Later on, he became the follower of Buddhism. Now, next Mahajanpad is Kosla. Pay attention carefully. Just don't listen to the stories, guys. Because apart from the stories, facts and concepts are also important. And I'm going to ask you capital and the location as well. So, apart from this, now I'll start the leaderboard so that I'll understand that how many of you are able to answer very fast. Okay? Now, Kosla Mahajanpad. Now, pay attention carefully. Deepak, there were multiple rulers, so there's no necessity of remembering any of the rulers at this time. Kosla. Now pay attention. As I've told you, there were totally 16 Mahajanpad. 15 among them were located in the northern part of India, and one Mahajanpad covered southern part, precisely the region of Maharashtra. Okay, that is Asmak Mahajanpad. So the most powerful Mahajanpad among all of them was Magad. Correct? So what happened? What is the best way to avoid battle? The best way to avoid battle is matrimonial alliances. So what happened? Listen to me very carefully. Just listen to me. Kosla Mahajanpad. It is again located in eastern part of UP and capital is Ayodhya. Present at that time, the capital was Shravasti, modern day Ayodhya. Now, many of the historians believe that Kosla Mahajanpad had two capitals. One was Shravasti and the second capital was Kushavati. Okay? Now, as per mythology, Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam Ramji was the longest ruler of this, what we say, Mahakosla or Kosal dynasty. But as per historical evidences, Mahakosla, he laid the foundation of Kosala dynasty. Attention very carefully. Mahakosla, he laid the foundation of Kosala dynasty. Now what happened? Mahakosla, he had one son and one daughter. His son's name was Prasanjit and his daughter's name was Kosla Devi. So after the death of Mahakosla, his son Prasanjit, he became the ruler. And at that time, as I've told you, Magad was the most powerful Mahajanpad. So how to control Magad? Because Magad can attack Kosla anytime. So here Prasenjit played a very diplomatic game. What did he do? Prasenjit, he married his sister Kosla Devi to Bimbisar. Who was Bimbisar? Bimbisar was the ruler of Magad. In that case, this person had a dual advantage now. What was the dual advantage? First thing, he has married his sister Kosla Devi to Bimbisar, the ruler of Magad. So Magad will not attack Kosla. First thing. And second thing, since Kosla was the most powerful one, nobody dared to attack Kosla. Sorry, since Magad was the most powerful one, and Kosla, they have become the relatives of Magad. Correct? Nobody dared to attack Kosla. So in this manner, in a very diplomatic manner, this person saved his kingdom. So I'll repeat. Kosla Mahajanpat, it is located in eastern UP. Capital is Shravasti and Kushavati. Mahakosla was the founder. He had one son named as Prasenjit, daughter named as Kosla Devi. So what happened here? Prasenjit married his daughter Kosla Devi to Bimbisar. Who was Bimbisar? Ruler of Magad. In this manner, he saved his kingdom from the attack of Magad. Clear, guys? This is the thing majorly you have to remember. Yes, Kanchana, dictated things are more than enough. Do not worry. Okay? Deepak ji, one thing need to be remembered. Bimbisar and Bindusar, both are different. This is Bimbisar, not Bindusar. Okay? Please note down fast, guys. Just make this one, this chart. Please make this. Yes, Tush. Prasenjit's sister is Kosla Devi. Yes, true. Okay? Please note down. Kosla, it is located in eastern UP. Just a second. Kosla, it is located in eastern UP. Capital is Shravasti or Kushavati. Mahakosla was the founder of Kosla Mahajanpad. He had a son named as Prasenjit and daughter Kosla Devi. He had a son named as Prasenjit and daughter Kosla Devi. Okay? Kosla Devi was married to Bimbisar, the ruler of Magad. The ruler of Magad. Now next Mahajanpad is Malla Mahajanpad. Now listen to me very carefully. No, Shantanu, Shravasti and Kushavati are different places. But it is in Ayodhya itself. So Ayodhya was divided into two parts. One was specifically Shravasti, other was what we say Kushavati. Bunala, the class timing is from 2 to 5. Okay? Yes, many of the aspirants, those who are watching the session for the first time and are interested in joining the batch, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, more than 90% of them have registered, but those who are actually interested in joining again, so Alok Live is the code that you can use. I'll repeat the code, Alok Live. Okay. And this batch is completely in English medium. So it will cater to the needs, particularly from the students of South India and Northeastern India. Okay. So you can use this code to join the batch. Yes, coming back to the question. Malla Mahajanpad. Now, please remember important aspects. Malla Mahajanpad, it is located again in eastern part of UP, and capital is Kushinagar or Pawa. Now, what is the significance of this Mahajanpad? I'll give you a very small example. Listen to a short story that I'm telling you for the next 2 minutes about Lord Buddha. I'll tell you that story in depth and detail day after tomorrow when we'll study Buddhism. So, specifically, Buddha's original name was Siddhartha. So, he was born to Shuddhodhan and Mahamaya. Now, 4 events drastically changed Siddhartha's life. It is said that he saw an old man bent with age, a sick man groaning with pain, a dead body, and finally he saw a sannyasi or an ascetic. And he was very much attracted towards that sannyasi. Okay. And in that case, what happened? He was so attracted towards that sannyasi that he decided that he will renounce his worldly life. Siddhartha renounced his worldly life. He wandered from place to place. And finally, at the age of 35, he attained enlightenment. And from now onwards, Siddhartha was called as Buddha. And that process is called as Nirvana. So he attained enlightenment at the age of 35. And for the next 45 years, he gave sermons throughout different places across North India. And he died at the age of 80. And the process of the death of Buddha is referred as Mahaparinirvana in the history of Buddhism. So where did Buddha die? Buddha died at a place called as Kushinagar or Pawa, which was the capital of Mallas at that time. So just remember one thing, Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana at the capital of Malla, which is referred as Kushinagar or Pawa. Just this. So please note down Malla Mahajanpad. It is located in eastern part of UP. Capital is Kushinagar or Pawa. Capital is Kushinagar or Pawa. Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana in the kingdom of Mall at the age of 80. Buddha attained. No, Deepak, Mahaparinirvana is death. Nirvana is enlightenment. Please do not get confused. I have written here in the bracket. We'll study in Buddhism in depth and detail. Do not worry. So Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana in the kingdom of Malla at the age of 80. Okay. Chedi Mahajanpad. Have you heard about this character from Mahabharata, whose name I have written on the board? No issues, Deepak? Yes? Anybody? Okay. Killed by Krishna, Sanju. Very good. Cousin of Krishna. Yes, Ashirvad. Perfect. Priyanshu. Correct. Yes, yes, correct. Harsh. Everyone. Okay, now listen to me carefully. Listen to me. As I've told you, maximum number of Mahajanpads are located in UP and Bihar. 2 Mahajanpad are located in Madhya Pradesh. One is Chedi Mahajanpad and second is Avanti Mahajanpad. Just fix in your mind. CA. MPCA. Just use a mnemonic in very simple words. Madhya Pradesh, in Mahajanpad you write CA. Chedi and Avanti. These 2 Mahajanpads are located in Madhya Pradesh. So what about Chedi? Chedi's capital was Suktimati or Sohitvati. Okay. And specifically, one of the most important rulers as per the, Mahabharata, one of the most important epics, was Shishupal. So there is a beautiful story associated with Shishupal. Like Shishupal's father's name was Dhammagosh and mother was Shruta. And there's a very different and a vague story associated with the birth of Shishupal. It is said that when Shishupal was born, he was not like a normal child. He was born in an abnormal manner. Like he had 4 hands and he had 3 eyes. And his entire body was asymmetric. So his parents precisely, his parents precisely like Dhammagosh and Shruta, they believed in one thing. Like specifically they said that we have to discard this child. So they decided that they are going to discard Dhammagosh and Shruta. Sorry, Dhammagosh, both of them decided to discard Shishupal. So somebody suggested them, call all your relatives and one by one keep this child on the lap of every relative. On one person's lap, his body will get symmetric. Okay, but there is one condition. On whose lap his body will get symmetric, he is going to be the, killer of your son Shishupal. So, like his parents called every one of them. Lord Krishna and Balram, both of them came. Like the child was put on everyone's lap, but his body did not get symmetric. As soon as the child was kept on the lap of Lord Krishna, his, body got symmetric. Immediately, the mother of Shishupal took a vow from Krishna that you are not going to kill my child. Lord Krishna said that in this case, I'm helpless. I cannot change the destiny. Yes, but using my discretionary power, I'll say one thing. I won't be killing your child for 100 mistakes. After that, I cannot stop myself. In the coming years, Shishupal, he became an ally of Duryodhan. And everyone knows about the character of Duryodhan in Mahabharata. Correct? He had committed many mistakes, Shishupal. Finally, on the 100th mistake, he was being killed by whom? Lord Krishna. This is one part of the mythological story. As per historical evidences, Uparichar Vasu was the most important ruler of Chedi Mahajanpad. One more important thing. The kingdom of Chedi Mahajanpad, okay, it finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription located in Odisha. So please remember this. Chedi, it is located in Madhya Pradesh. Capital is Suktimati or Sohitwati. Okay. Apart from this Suktimati and Sohitwati, Shishupal mythologically was one of the most important rulers. Uparichar Vasu was a historical, in simple words, Uparichar Vasu was a ruler as per the historical evidences. And this Mahajanpad finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription located in Odisha. Clear? So this is all about Chedi. Hamam, don't worry about this question and answer. I'll be taking a separate test. Do not worry. There would be a 3 hours test. Do not worry about that. And very soon from tomorrow itself, I'm going to post questions on Telegram channel. I'll tell you the name of the Telegram channel. I'll write it here. Okay. Yes, the last point, Shantanu, is Uparichar Vasu was the ruler. And Uparichar Vasu, okay, specifically speaking, Uparichar Vasu, in that case, what did he do? He was a historical ruler. Apart from this, this kingdom finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription. Where is this inscription located? Odisha. Got it, Shantanu? Okay. Pranav, simple words, I'll tell you one thing. Please remember only those things which I've mentioned here. You are speaking about the word oyster. Okay. Like as I've told you that this kingdom finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription located in Odisha. So as per different historians, certain boundaries of this kingdom might have reached the region of Odisha. And Odisha being a coastal state, it is known for oysters. So this kingdom was also known for oysters as per different historians. So there's no need to remember all these things. Just remember what I'm saying. Okay. So please note down about Chedi fast. Chedi, it is located in Madhya Pradesh. Capital was Suktimati or Sohitwati. Bhuvanesh, why Mahajanpad in later Vedic period? Because in later Vedic period, the policy of expansion started. Because prior to later Vedic period, there was nothing called as expansion. Okay, Bhuvanesh? Capital was Suktimati or Sohitwati. Mythologically, the most important ruler was Shishupal. As per historical evidences, the most important ruler was Uparichar Vasu. And the last point, this kingdom finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription, Odisha. Please note this down, important one. Kuru. Pay attention carefully. Yes, Kanchana. The Telegram channel name I'll be suggesting. The group, I guess it will be created, and I'll guess the group would be created, I guess, very soon. And within like a few hours, you'll come to know about this. Okay, Karan sir or I would be telling you about this. Do not worry. Do not worry. And I'm pretty sure I'll ask the team to upload the PDF on the time. Okay, please do not worry about that. Yes. Now pay attention carefully. Puru and Bharat. In the NCERT, you will find mention of one battle. And that battle is called as Dasrajan battle or Battle of 10 Kings. So what is Battle of 10 Kings? What is Kuru Mahajanpad? How did Kuru Mahajanpad came to power? Let's understand about this. Dasrajan. There were two families or two tribes, we can say. One was Puru and second was Bharat. Now, Puru and Bharat both had animosity towards each other. And both were following the policy of expansionism. Both were following the policy of imperialism. Simple words, expanding one's territories. Okay? Now, specifically speaking, Puru tribe, they were helped by 8 other tribes. So it totally becomes how many? 9. And Bharat tribe, they were fighting alone. So 1, 9 plus 1, 10. Hence this battle is called as Dasrajan battle. I repeat, two tribes were fighting, Puru and Bharat. Puru made an alliance with 8 other tribes. So totally they became 9. Bharat were fighting alone, 10, hence Dasrajan battle. So these 9 were guided by a sage whose name was Vishwamitra. And Bharat, who were fighting alone, were guided by another sage whose name was Vasishta Rishi. And there was a fierce battle fought between these 10 kings, referred as Dasrajan battle, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, on the banks of the river Parushini, which is also called as river Ravi. And in this battle, Bharat tribe, guided by Vasishta ji, emerged victorious. And since this battle was fought on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Bharat tribe came to be referred as Kuru tribe. And the Kuru covers the region of Haryana and the capital was Hastinapur. Okay? Did you get the points clear? Yes. Is it clear? Do you want me to repeat? Please let me know. Answer in the comment section. Do you want me to repeat? I'll repeat it again, but the concept should be clear. Rukmini, the river was Parushini. That is Ravi. Okay. Joel, you want me to repeat? Okay. There were two tribes who were fighting, Puru and Bharat. Now, Puru tribe made an alliance. Okay. Puru tribe made an alliance with 8 other. So totally how many kings here? 9. Bharat was fighting alone. How many? 1. 9 plus 1, 10. Hence, this battle is called as Das Rajan battle. Now, these 9 were guided by sage Vishwamitra. Bharat was guided by Vasisht. And this battle was fought on the battlefield of Kurukshetra on the banks of river Parushini, also referred as river Ravi. Okay? This battle is referred as Das Rajan battle. Finally, it is said that Bharat tribe, which was fighting alone, emerged victorious. Since the battle was fought in Kurukshetra, Bharat got its name Kuru. And the Kuru, they ruled over the region of Haryana and certain parts of Delhi. Capital was Hastinapur. Now clear? Joel, then Deepak. Now is it clear? Kanchana, Bunala. Now is it clear? Okay. Please note down. Yes, Harsh, very good. Same Rishi, Mandal 3, Vishwamitra. Very good, very good. Please note down, Kuru. First of all, draw this chart. Draw this chart, please. Puru plus 8 others, guided by Vishwamitra. Bharat, guided by Vasisht. Guided by Vasisht. Yes, true, Deepak. Many mythological sources also believe in that same thing. Yes, now note down Kuru. It covers the region of Delhi and Haryana. Delhi in bracket write Indraprasth. It covers the region of Delhi and Haryana. Delhi in bracket write Indraprasth. Capital was Hastinapur. Das Rajan battle. Das Rajan battle or battle of 10 kings was fought on the banks of river Parushini or Ravi. On the banks of river Parushini or Ravi. Okay. Now let's move on with another important Mahajanpad. Panchal. The kingdom of Panchal, it is located in western UP. Okay. And Panchal was divided into 2 parts. Uttar Panchal and Dakshin Panchal. Just remember the name, Uttar Panchal and Dakshin Panchal. Now, if we try to understand the thing, Panchal means 5, correct? So this Mahajanpad, Panchal Mahajanpad, it comprised of 5 tribes. Okay, it comprised of 5 important tribes. First one was Somak, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, and Turvasu. Panchal, it comprised of 5 tribes. These are the names of these 5 tribes: Somak, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, and Turvasu. Panchal, 5. It was divided into 2 parts. Uttar Panchal means North Panchal, and Dakshin Panchal, South Panchal. So the capital of Uttar Panchal was Ahichhatra. I repeat, Ahichhatra was the capital, and second capital was Kampilya. So Uttar Panchal's capital was Ahichhatra, whereas Dakshin Panchal's capital was Kampilya. Okay? The most important city of Panchal Mahajanpad was Kannauj, which is also referred as city of fragrances and perfumes. So the most important city was Kannauj. And one of the most important ruler was Achyut. He is considered as the last ruler of Panchal Mahajanpad, who was later on defeated by Gupta dynasty ruler Samudragupta. Okay? So I repeat the points again. Pay attention carefully. Panchal, it is located in western part of UP. Capital is specifically it is divided into 2 parts, Uttar Panchal and Dakshin Panchal. Uttar Panchal had its capital at Ahichhatra. Dakshin Panchal had its capital at Kampilya. Got it? Now, Panchal, 5, Panch, correct? So who are these 5 tribes? Somak, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, and Turvasu. Okay? Last ruler was Achyut. He was being defeated by Samudragupta, who is also referred as Napoleon of India. So this is majorly about Panchal. Note down fast, guys. Panchal, it is located in western UP. It is divided into 2 parts. Uttar Panchal with its capital at Ahichhatra, and Dakshin Panchal with its capital at Kampilya. Kampilya. Panchal is composed of 5 tribes: Somak, Krivi, both Ravi Teja, both of them are in Uttar Pradesh. See, entire Mahajanpad Panchal is in Uttar Pradesh. Entire. Okay. But it is divided into 2 parts. That is Uttar, North and South. It is comprised of 5 tribes: Somak, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, and Turvasu. The names are written on the boards. Please note down. Achyut was the last ruler. Achyut was the last ruler who was being defeated by Samudragupta. The ruler of Gupta dynasty. Now, let's talk about Sursena Mahajanpad. Anyone? Anyone who knows the name of father of Lord Krishna, father and mother? Yes? Any idea? Just a wild guess? Sanju, Vasudev, yes, very good Ashirvad. Very good Rukmini. Very good Vrinda. Yes, very good everyone. Now listen to me carefully. Just a second, okay? Now, Sursen Mahajanpad, it is located in western part of UP and its capital is Mathura. Okay? So, how did the name Sursen derived? The name Sursen is derived from its founder, Sursen. And Sursen, it is believed that he belonged to Yaduvansh dynasty. Okay? Now, Sursen established himself in Mathura. Sursen was married to Marisha, a serpent lady. And after this, specifically it is said that he had a son whose name was Vasudev. Okay? Sursen, who established Yaduvansh dynasty or Sursen dynasty, he married Marisha, a serpent lady. From her, he had a son named as Vasudev. Vasudev is considered as the father of Sri Krishna, biological father of Sri Krishna. How? Vasudev had 6 wives: Devaki, Rohini, Bhadra, Purvi, Madira, and Vrik Devi. These are considered as the wives of Vasudev. So, his one wife Devaki, she was sister of Kans. Okay, and specifically it was said that like astrologers had told to Kans that you would be killed by the son of your sister Devaki. So what happened? After marriage, Devaki and Vasudev both were imprisoned by Kans. Both of them were being imprisoned by Kans. It is said as per mythological scriptures that Kans had killed 6 sons of Vasudev and Devaki. The 7th son was Balram, because Balram was born from Rohini. Okay, it is said that Devaki's womb was transformed to the womb of Rohini and gave birth to Balram. And the 8th son was Krishna. He was given to Yashoda and Nanda. So Vasudev and Devaki were the biological parents of Lord Krishna, but they were handed over to Yashoda and Nanda. So this was about the mythological part of the story. On the other hand, historically it is said that the most important ruler of this Mahajanpat was Avanti Putra. My friends, I'll tell you one thing. If a question comes up in the examination, Avanti Putra was the ruler of 90% of the aspirants or the students will mark the answer Avanti. Avanti Putra was the ruler of Sursen Mahajanpad. In fact, he played a very crucial role in spreading Buddhism in the region of Mathura. Because majorly the people of Mathura practiced Vaishnavism. Simple words, they worship Lord Krishna. But Avanti Putra, he played a very major role in spreading Buddhism in this region. Okay? So, yes, you can say Deepak, Rohini as a surrogate mother. So this is majorly about the kingdom of Sursen. So just remember one thing, Sursen located in western UP, capital was Mathura. The most important ruler mythologically, as I've told you about the entire structure, historically the important ruler was Avantiputra. And he played a very crucial role in spreading Buddhism in the region of Mathura. So please note down fast. Deepak, do not worry about tier 2. First of all, let's clear this. Let's go in a step-by-step manner. Please note down. Sursen, it is located in western part of UP. Capital is Mathura. Avantiputra was a major ruler who played an important role in spread of Buddhism in this region. Rohini, Bhadra, Purvi, these are the wives of Vasudev, Tush. Okay? Avantiputra played one of the most important ruler, played a major role in spread of Buddhism in this region. Okay? Moving ahead. Avanti. Now listen to me. I have told you there are two Mahajanpads which are located in what we say Madhya Pradesh. MPCA. One is Chedi, second is Avanti. Okay? The capital of Avanti was Ujjain or Mahismati. And the most important ruler of Avanti was Chandapradyota. Okay? Very important ruler was Chandapradyot. Now listen to a story. Like, it is said that, as I've told you, Magad, it was the most powerful Mahajanpad. But many historians believe one thing, that Avanti was equally powerful to Magad. In the east, the most powerful was Magad. And in the west, the most powerful was Avanti. So both of them were equally powerful. So Bimbisar, he was the ruler of Magad. And Chandapradyot, he was the ruler of Avanti. So what happened? Bimbisar wanted to befriend this person Chandapradyot. Because at any point of time, Chandapradyot can attack the region of Magad. So how to do friendship with him? So one policy, as I've told you, was matrimonial alliances. How? I have given you the example of Kosla Devi, sister of Prasanjit. She was married to Bimbisar. Matrimonial alliances. And second thing was, what happened? Bimbisar. Yes, very good, Harsh. Bimbisar, what he had done? Bimbisar thought that he is going to help out Chandapradyot. How? Historians believe that Chandapradyot was suffering from jaundice. And Chandapradyot had called different physicians, different doctors, different Vaidya, but nobody could cure his jaundice. So now Bimbisar came to know about this. And in the court of Bimbisar, there was a person whose name was Jivak. And he was a personal physician of Bimbisar. Bimbisar, he came to know about this. And in fact, it is said that Bimbisar sent his personal physician Jivak to the court of Chandapradyot to cure his jaundice. His jaundice was cured just within 7 to 10 days. And hence, after this, Chandapradyot and Bimbisar, both of them became good friends. Okay. But many believe that Bimbisar's son was Ajat Shatru. He was so afraid of Chandapradyot that he had fortified the entire city of Magad with its capital at Rajgriha, because he believed that in that case, after the death of my father Bimbisar, Chandapradyot can attack on me anytime. But Chandapradyot did not do this. So that was the power of Chandapradyot. Okay? So please note down fast. Joel, today's class, it will go for more 5 to 7 minutes. Okay? Avanti, fast. Located in Madhya Pradesh. Capital is Ujjain or Mahesmati. Chandapradyot was the most important ruler. Chandapradyot was the most important ruler. Bimbisar, the ruler of Magad, Bimbisar, the ruler of Magad, sent his personal physician Jivak to the court of Chandapradyot to cure his jaundice. Okay. Yes, many of you were asking, sir, what is the name of the Telegram channel? Okay, I'll write the name of the Telegram channel, wherein also I will upload the PDF, so you do not need to worry or wait for the team uploading the PDF. So the Telegram channel is IBACIO English batch. Okay, IBACIO English batch. And for the aspirants, those who are new and in that case are aspiring to join, so you can use, so that you'll get the, at a very discounted price, you will get the class. So you can use the code ALOK Live. Okay, ALOK Live. So this is the name of the Telegram channel through which you can download the PDF. The new aspirants who can join the batch by using this code ALOK Live. Okay. Yes, Harsh, you have a question? Achha, you are already the part of the Telegram group. Very good. Atul, you have a question, sir. What part to do first? Shall we go for GS first or shall we go for the quants first? Okay. I'll suggest you one thing. See, exam, it completely depends upon you. But I would personally suggest you go for the quant section first. Okay. My personal suggestion, go for the quant section first. Okay, don't worry, Hammam. If you are already on the Telegram channel, we'll get the PDF. We'll get the PDF. Okay, Dhanush, Hammam, everyone. So this was about the kingdom of Avanti. Vajji. Just now, fast. Note down the, what we say, locations of the place. Vajji, it is located in Bihar. The capital was Vaishali. Note down Vajji, located in Bihar. Capital was Vaishali. See, Harsh, these classes are arranged in a later manner because there's one reason behind that. Since the things would be explained recently, it would remain fresh. GS requires continuous revision. And that requires, quant requires practice and strategy. So that will help you out in the end. This will require a revision initially. Okay. So Vajji, located in Bihar, capital is Vaishali. Just remember this. One more important thing that you need to remember. Second Buddhist Council was held in Vaishali, which was the capital of Vajji Mahajanpad. Second, Matsya Mahajanpad, just remember the location and its capital. Matsya Mahajanpad is located in Rajasthan. Capital was Viratnagar. Viratnagar. Note down fast. Asmak, as I've told you, 15 Mahajanpads are majorly located in northern part of India. One Mahajanpad located in south, precisely Maharashtra, and that Mahajanpad is Asmak. So Asmak Mahajanpad, it is located in Maharashtra, and capital is Paitan, Pratishthan or Potana. Same thing. You might have heard about the saris of this region, Paitani saris, correct? So capital is Paitan, Pratishthan or Potana. Samir, we are going for holistic preparation right now. So Asmak located in Maharashtra. Gandhar located in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Capital is Takshila. Capital is Takshila. And the last one, Kamboj, it is located in Kashmir. Capital is Rajpur. One more thing to be noted down, the kingdom of Kamboj, it finds mention in Rock Edict number 13, not 2. In the PDF, it is mentioned in a wrong manner. The kingdom of Kamboj, it is mentioned in Major Rock Edict number 13 of Ashok. So I'll explain when I'll explain the, Ashoka's part. So Kamboj, it is located in Kashmir. Capital is Rajpur, mentioned in Rock Edict number 13. Please note this down, of Ashok. Okay. So tomorrow I'll be covering up with the important Mahajanpad Magadh for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll start with Mauryas. And then I'll start with Buddhism and Jainism. Okay, guys. Hope you understood things. Hope you are revising the concept. I'll post the PDF very soon on the Telegram channel. So please do not worry about that. Okay. Did you understand? Are the things easier to remember? Is it interesting? Yes. Yes, Tush, I can also provide some time for strategy. Do not worry. Ashirvad, Viratnagar was the capital of Matsya. Thanks, Rukmini. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, guys. So, within 1 or 2 days, I will be posting up few questions on the group Telegram channel. At least 10 questions per PDF, wherein you can go through these questions. Questions would be from the perspective of the examination. Please keep on revising the concept. Tomorrow, again at 2 o'clock, we will be meeting. Please revise the things before starting. In the start of the session itself, I'll take a question answer round for the next 5 minutes. And then I'll start the session. Okay, guys. So with this, I'll stop my words for the day. See you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then we'll continue. Okay, guys. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.